Have you ever noticed? The smartest people often choose solitude. It's not because they're disconnected or cold-hearted. There's a deeper reason. They've realized that loneliness isn't emptiness. It's true freedom. Arthur Schopenhauer was one of the best at understanding this. He devoted his life to silence, profound thoughts, and isolation. He saw that in crowds, people lose their true selves. Societal pressures, the need for others' approval, the constant effort to fit in, all of it constricts the mind. According to Schopenhauer, a person can only be fully authentic when alone. In a group, part of your mind is always distracted. Did I say something wrong? Was I understood? Should I stay quiet now? These hidden calculations prevent deep thinking. But in solitude, the mind operates at full power. It's no coincidence that most great discoveries happen in quiet moments. Newton's time under the apple tree, Einstein's long solitary walks, Darwin's reflective sea voyages. All flourished away from the masses. Here, solitude isn't an escape, it's a gateway to the mind. As Schopenhauer put it, you can only hear your inner voice in silence. Many go through life without ever hearing it, living instead to the tune of others' voices, family, school, work, media, friends. The mind gets filled from outside, leaving inner depths unexplored. But those who embrace solitude eventually discover that voice. In quiet, the brain works differently. Fresh ideas emerge, connections form, dreams expand. When the inner world grows rich, external distractions become unnecessary. Most people fear loneliness because their inner lives aren't developed. Silence brings them boredom, anxiety, or pessimism. Yet for someone at peace with their mind, solitude is a reward. They can spend hours alone and draw strength from it. This difference changes what solitary people contribute to society. Instead of mundane chatter, they offer original insights. Rather than blending into the crowd, they create new perspectives. But this path isn't easy. It demands courage. There's no approval, no applause, no safety net. Just you and your thoughts. Facing yourself for the first time can be terrifying for many, but that's exactly where real freedom begins. To Schopenhauer, those who choose solitude aren't running away. They're seeking the purest form of intelligence and liberty. Staying away from crowds isn't rejecting humanity. It's about making a deeper impact on it. One key point he emphasized was the difference between embracing solitude and being unable to handle it. For him, the ability to be alone stems not from deficiency, but from inner richness. Most can't tolerate quiet. Alone they get bored, restless, or anxious. Their interiors lack substance, so they crave entertainment, crowds, constant busyness. In contrast, someone who's cultivated their mind sees solitude as a luxury, not punishment. Schopenhauer viewed his consciousness as a vast universe. He didn't need external fun, his thoughts sufficed. Through reading, imagining, questioning, he'd enriched his mind so much that silence became an endless wellspring. The core issue was this: processing, nourishing, and deepening the mind. He called it cultivating the intellect. Reading, systematic thinking, developing aesthetic tastes, engaging with philosophy, creating. This internal structure turned solitude into a productive space, not a void. An intelligent person builds an inner world more fascinating than outer amusements. They can sit alone for hours without boredom because they're not truly isolated. They're conversing with books, ideas, the great minds of history. That inner wealth is far more satisfying than the superficial joys others provide. That's why solitude lovers seem mysterious or even intimidating from the outside. Their enjoyment of quiet isn't from lack, it's from abundance. They have so much inside that solitude nourishes them. Schopenhauer described this as the art of not being bored when alone. To him, it was one of humanity's highest achievements. Finding fulfillment in your own mind without needing others is the mark of true freedom. The striking part is that these quiet choosers aren't just seeking personal peace, they're producing for humanity. They need their thoughts in isolation, then share them with the world. Connections most people never imagine arise in their solitary hours. The inner freedom solitude provides makes a person more valuable to society. Unbound by the crowd's noise, they follow their authentic voice and pave new paths. This is the source of creativity and intellect. Schopenhauer lived it. His long walks alone, meals often by himself, days structured to make room for reflection. It might look odd or aloof to outsiders, but his greatest work sprang from this preserved mental energy. He recognized another truth. The human mind has limited energy. Spending it all day on crowds, conversations, social roles leaves nothing for true thought. Scattering mental power wastes your most precious resource. So choosing solitude is a strategic move. Safeguard your energy. Direct it toward thinking, creating, learning. It may appear cold externally, but it's really protecting intelligence. Ultimately, these individuals prefer depth over superficiality, quality over quantity, production over consumption. This makes them unique and a bit unsettling to most. Schopenhauer highlighted another fact. Solitude seekers gain independence in thought. Their ideas aren't tied to others' approval. They can pursue novel, unconventional, initially strange concepts. In crowds, that's nearly impossible. People unconsciously think within group boundaries. Friends, family, society's reasonable norms define the limits. But in solitude, those barriers vanish. The mind roams freely, veers into odd ideas, experiments with new routes. That's when genius sparks. History is full of examples. Newton pondered the universe's laws in solitary hours, not crowded meetings. Einstein shaped relativity on lone walks, not in chats. Darwin built evolution from isolated observations on his sea journey, not in groups. Schopenhauer's philosophy emerged from extended isolation. Such thoughts are often misunderstood at first. People find them weird, overly radical, or pointless. But over time, they change the world. Groupthink repeats the familiar, while solitude dares the unknown. Schopenhauer stressed exactly this. Choosing solitude means leaving societal support behind. Wrestling with an idea, there's no cheering crowd, often just criticism or dismissal. But that risk is essential for original thought. A person produces something new only by enduring solitude's uncertainty. This bravery, thinking free from others' gaze, is invaluable to society. Progress often comes from lone thinkers. They take risks, push boundaries, seek the unseen. Those marching with the crowd echo what's known. The solitary one opens fresh doors. Another compelling point from Schopenhauer. Solitude isn't just for birthing original ideas. It's crucial for conserving mental energy. Social life, however enjoyable it seems, is exhausting. A conversation isn't mere words. It's emotions, expectations, conflicts, hints, all draining energy. The intelligent person notices. My mental capacity is finite. Should I spend it on what's truly worthwhile, or endless social calculations? That's why many great thinkers opted for solitude in daily life. Schopenhauer walked alone, ate alone most times, shielded his mind from noise. It seemed strange outwardly, but it deepened his works. Solitude choosers make a clear choice. Depth or shallowness? They pick depth. A few quality friendships outweigh countless shallow acquaintances. They know real power lies in guarded mental energy. This choice sets them apart and makes them a tad intimidating. For most, the norm is joining crowds, constant talking, visibility. To them, that's energy waste. As they favor quiet, society labels them odd or distant, but they're simply safeguarding their intellect. Schopenhauer was clear. Nothing is more vital than preserving mental energy to deepen your thoughts. Contributions to the world always stem from there. Your greatest gift to society is prepared in silence, not the crowd. One of Schopenhauer's final emphases was the philosophical perspective solitude grants. Those always in crowds see life superficially, caught in daily rushes, petty schemes, social games. But the silent seeker steps back, observing life like a spectator. This distance offers unique power, spotting how human behaviors repeat, how societal games cycle in patterns. Realizing much of what people value is actually trivial. This awareness starts as peaceful but grows burdensome. You can't join social games blindly anymore. You've seen their hollowness. Schopenhauer tied human existence to suffering. Most drift unaware, chased by fears, desires, societal pressures. Solitude choosers pierce these illusions. This insight separates them from the majority, but it's not turning away. It's choosing a more honest, genuine existence. The solitary person joins others not out of compulsion, but conscious choice. Social life becomes optional, a stage to step onto occasionally. They act with inner completeness. That's why they're tagged as cold or antisocial. They don't play in the approval-seeking arena, rejecting superficiality. This can unsettle others. But Schopenhauer pointed out these are actually humanity's greatest contributors. In quiet, far from societal din, they craft new ideas and views, then offer them to the world. Solitude isn't flight, it's preparation. Silence deepens. Thoughts from that depth deliver real value to society. In crowds, we're consumers. In silence, producers. Realizing this, one walks a different path. Happiness isn't in constant visibility amid crowds, but in nurturing the inner world, feeding the mind. This choice requires bravery. Society often doesn't get it, but look at history's giants. They grew in solitude, refined thoughts in quiet, brought their most valuable gifts from there. In Schopenhauer's view, this is what makes genius intimidating. The solitude embracer depends on no one else. Their meaning, energy, creativity flows from within. Perhaps that's why solitude lovers seem different around us. They're not fleeing crowds. They're racing toward intellect, freedom, authentic thought. Watching them, we feel a subtle unease inside, because we might not have found what they have yet. Those stepping into silence extend an invitation to us. Dare to hear your own mind. There lies a reality independent of others' voices, deeper than society often sees. And perhaps that's what the world needs most, that very depth.